Hello, this is Adia Malik and welcome to Unit 14 of the first year English textbook. The name of the unit is A Long Walk Home, and today we are going to do the vocabulary and grammar exercises of this unit. So the first vocabulary exercise is related to the use of up and down with verbs. So as the words suggest, up usually is used if you want to increase the volume of something, or if you want to bring up something, or if you want to take up something in a positive manner. Down is concerned with decreasing or downplaying the volume of something or the speed, etc., or maybe bringing down something like falling off a tree. So look at the sentences. I didn't hear what you said. Speak up. So here we are talking about the volume of your voice. So you have to increase it. So speak up a little. I don't trust him at all. Make sure everything is put down in writing before signing. When you go to London for the meeting, please remember to bring up the whole issue of pay cuts. Bringing up means to bring into notice of something. The speed limit is only 50 miles per hour along this road. Slow down a bit. So when you are decreasing the speed, you're going to use the word slow down. Don't get so excited or you won't perform at your best. Calm down. I can't believe you didn't back me up in my argument with Mr. Daud. I thought that you were on my side. So backing up means that supporting someone. The bridge wasn't destroyed in a storm. The army blew it up before leaving the city. So blew is obviously exploding something. So it is always used as blowing up. Go up to the policeman and ask him where we can find the museum. Going up to someone means reaching somebody or walking to some person. If we do not get this contract, we may have to sell up and move to another town. Sell up here means to sell your belongings and move away. If we break down the figures into gender, you can see how women have been affected more by this policy. Breaking down means putting the figures into different columns like gender, age, profession, etc. They are knocking the old hospital down because they say it is in a dangerous condition. So here you are thinking about bringing the building down, making a new one in place of it. So bringing down here means knocking the hospital down. 3 of the oldest trees were blown down in heavy winds last night. So they were felled basically due to the storm. So you use blown down for that action. There's a lot of government help these days for anyone who wants to set up their business. Set up means to establish, to start with. So this was the use of up and down. Now we move to the next part, that was idioms. There were some idioms given. These are all related to weather in one way or the other, but they do have a meaning that pertains to them. Storm in a teacup means great outrage or excitement about a trivial matter, like making something very common into something very special. To be under a cloud means not to be trusted or not to be popular. Hot under the collar means if you are angry or resentful or embarrassed. Under the weather means to feel sick or unhealthy, like he's under the weather nowadays. Rain on someone's parade means to do or say something that spoils someone's plans or draws attention to the negative aspect of the plans. So somebody is trying to do something very good and suddenly you pick something up which is negative, or you do something, so all the attention is towards you rather than the person in discussion. Every cloud has a silver lining. This is a very common one. It means that there's something good in every bad situation. Get wind of something means to hear a rumor about something. It is like a bird talking to your ear, in your ear, etc. So you get to hear some part of the whole news. It never rains, but it pours means when something bad happens, usually other bad things happen as well. So it doesn't come alone. It come in battalions, as we say. Blow hot and cold means keep on changing attitude towards something. So sometimes you like something, something you don't. So you do not have like a constant attitude towards something. Make heavy weather of something means have unnecessary difficulty in dealing with a task. So the task is not that difficult, but somehow you pretend to show that it is much more difficult than it actually is. Any port in a storm, it means that in adverse circumstances, one welcome any source of relief or escape. So it doesn't really matter if the thing is of value or not, but if it is available to you in a circumstance where you are in a trouble, anything is welcome. Head in the clouds means to have unrealistic, impractical, or fanciful ideas. So meaning, thinking of something which is totally unrealistic, very idealistic. So if you look at these sentences, in these sentences, these idioms have been used according to the situation there are. I'll just do one or two for you. He has been under a cloud ever since he was caught cheating in the exam. Everyone looks at him strangely, and it will have him a long time before he is trusted again. So, under a cloud means having, suspicion of something. So then, first the bank sent us that rude letter about our loan. Then the house got broken into, and then this morning Ali lost his job. It never rains, but it pours. So here means that whenever there is a difficulty, it's never alone. It always it is accompanied with other difficulties as well. Then come to this one. Your uncle was so happy about this new model car that he had finished, but his wife turned around and really rained on someone's parade, saying that it was just a toy for kids. So it is like belittling somebody's effort and downplaying somebody in a moment that he wants to outshine or tell people about his accomplishment, and suddenly you do something to take away all the attention. The last one, Samya always has her head in the clouds. A real dreamer who finds it difficult to accept the mundane in life. She is a typical teenager. So, head in the clouds means to have a very unrealistic, impractical ideas. So, you can read the different sentences from the slide here, and you can fill in the blanks. Next is obviously exercise related to adjective, but I thought that maybe I can tell you a little about the types of adjective before we move on to the exercise. First of all, adjectives are words which are used to describe nouns and pronouns and to quantify and identify them. It is anything that tells you more about the noun, how big they are, how much in number, how much in quantity, where are they, and even you use them for interrogative adjective as well if you're talking about a noun. So the first and the most commonly used ones are the adjective of quality. It describes the nature of a noun: honest, kind, large, bulky, beautiful, ugly. So the shape and the nature and the size all comes under adjective of quality. Then we comes to adjective of quantity. As the word suggests, that it helps to show the amount or the approximate amount of the noun or the pronoun. It does not give you the exact number. That is adjective of number. But in adjective of quantity, you are basically talking about the approximate amount of something. For example, all, half, many, few, little, enough, etc. So in adjective of number, you show the exact number. And the first type is the definite numeral adjective, in which you use 1, 2, 4, 5, second, third, etc. Indefinite numeral means that you do not know how much, so you can use some, several, many, etc. But in distributive numeral, you use each, every, none, neither, either. So that there comes into distributive numeral adjective. So you just need to make sure that when you're talking about the adjective of number, you are talking about how many they are in exact number. So that is called the definite numeral adjective. Then there are interrogative adjective. It is when you talk about the noun by asking about it. It used to ask question about nouns or in relation to the noun. For example, where, what, which, and whose. Which is your favorite author? So here, which is your interrogative adjective. Demonstrative adjective, if you use it to refer to an individual nouns within the whole amount, so that is you like either, neither, each, another, other, etc. So they are called the demonstrative adjectives. Now the question often asked is that what is the difference between the adjective of number and the adjective of quantity, because they both deal with how many or how much the thing is. So if you look at the first column, adjective of number depicts the number of a noun or their position or a place in a certain order. Adjective of number are used with countable nouns. So that is the main difference. Adjective of number can be classified into definite numeral adjectives, indefinite numeral adjective, and distributive numeral adjective, as we did in the previous slide. But as far as adjective of quantity are concerned, they just tell you an approximate amount rather than the exact number. Adjective of quantity are used with uncountable nouns. So you are going to use them with nouns which cannot be counted. For example, we are going to use some, or we are going to use few, etc. Sorry, not few, but some and many with uncountable nouns. Adjective of quantity are identical to the indefinite numeral adjective, but there is a difference between their usage. So, but you can just keep in mind in a simple words, the adjective or number would give you an exact quantity, but adjective of quantity would give you an approximate quantity of something. Now moving to your exercise, this is how it was given, that Karachi is a big city. Here big is an adjective of quality, quantity, or number. So we all know that size and shape, color, etc. They are all adjective of quality. She ate some rice. Some here is adjective of quantity because you do not know exactly how much. So this is just, approximate. The foolish crow, foolish here is adjective of quality. He has little patience. Little, again, we do not know how little exactly. So this is adjective of quantity. He has lost all. Again, we do not know how much it was. So it is adjective of quantity again. We did not receive sufficient rain. Sufficient means how much, what is the average. So we are not given like 100 millimeter, yeah, etc. So we are just given sufficient. So this is again adjective of quantity. 5 is an exact number, so adjective of number. Several is, some, so it is adjective of number. First is adjective of number. Every is distributive adjective. Neither is again a distributive adjective. And those apples is demonstrative adjective because we are using it for referring to apples, and we are basically using it to demonstrate the direction. Not these apples, but those apples are ripe. So here those is demonstrative adjective. The next exercise is about the degree of adjective. So just to go through it, there are 3 degrees of adjectives. Positive degree, which is just the bare adjective as it is. Comparative is when two things are being compared, and the biggest giveaway is that you have THA and than in the sentence. The red car is bigger than the yellow car. So you are basically comparing red car with yellow car. So comparative has a comparison between two nouns. Superlative is used to say that something is the most or the best of the all. The green car is the biggest. So there is no comparison, but this is like shown to be the best that there is. So as far as your exercise is concerned, it was asked, determine which form of adjective best completes each of the following sentences. Her dash score at the bowling was 200. So obviously this has to be the highest. Because if she had scored more, then that would have been the highest. और आपके पास choice क्या थी? Most high and highest. So you are going to use highest because most high is not even correct grammar. It goes without saying that Nasir's hands are larger than mine. Here the comparison is between two things, Nasir hand and mine. So you are going to use a second degree of adjective, that is called the comparative adjective. Maheen was better than Abrar at solving riddles. Again, the comparison is between Maheen and Abrar, two things. So two people here, so second degree comparative. This test tube of water is definitely clearer than the other one. Again, you are going to use comparative degree. Tomorrow's weather should be cooler than today. Again, comparison between today's weather and tomorrow's weather. Compared to Nadia's cats, mine is hardly the slimmer. Again, the comparison between Nadia's cats and mine. So you're going to use slimmer. Now looking at this column, just to give you an added information, most high and highest, large and more large, more good and better, clear and clearest, cooler, coolest and cooler, slimmer and slimmest. How do you decide whether you are going to use more with an adjective or you are going to use IEST or EST with it? If the word is single syllable, for example, high is a single syllable word, large is a single syllable word, clear is a single syllable word, cool again is a single syllable word. So when these adjectives, they change into degrees, they use ER or IER or EST or IEST to make different degrees of adjectives. But if your word is multisyllabic, for example, intelligent, beautiful, if they are longer, then they are going to use more intelligent, most intelligent, and more beautiful and most beautiful with them. But shorter words, if they are single syllable words, they do not use more and most with them. And then there are irregular adjectives which change the form. For example, good, gooder, goodest does not happen, but we have to do it good, better, and best. Same happens with bad, worse, and worse. They are called irregular adjective forms. So they do not just add ER with it, but they change the word altogether. So I hope it makes sense. And please subscribe to my channel and like the video, and also click the bell icon for future notifications. Thank you.